The truth behind a murder, the story of Alyssa Burkett. On the fateful morning of October 2nd, 2020, at an apartment complex in Carrollton, Texas, the promising life of 24-year-old Alyssa Burkett was cut short by a meticulously planned brutal plot. The story is not simply a murder case, but a testament to manipulation, jealousy, and violence in family relationships. Teresa Collar still remembers the haunting call about her daughter's murder in October 2020. Her daughter, Alyssa Burkett, 24, was killed by her ex-boyfriend Andrew Beard. When Burkett sat in her car outside her workplace, Beard approached her wearing blackface and shot her. Believing he had killed her, Beard attempted to flee. However, Burkett, severely wounded and bleeding from the shotgun blast, staggered out of her car and tried to enter a nearby building for help. Realizing his ex-girlfriend was still alive, Beard got out of his car, ran to her, grabbed her from behind, and stabbed her 13 times in the upper body with a sharp object. She died in the parking lot as he fled the scene. Burkett's mother and colleagues told police that Burkett feared Beard, believed he was stalking her, and worried he would kill her. Her boyfriend told police that Beard seemed obsessed with Burkett and their child. 3 hours later, police intercepted Beard as he drove away from his residence in a white pickup truck. They seized 3 of Beard's phones, including a prepaid burner phone. On one phone, they found an internet search for what is the best way to remove gunshot residue from hands. At the time, the two were in an intense custody dispute over their 1-year-old daughter, Willow, and the tragedy originated from the relationship between Alyssa and Andrew Beard, a brief relationship that started through a dating app. When Alyssa became pregnant with daughter Willow in 2019, things became complicated. The two became embroiled in a tense custody battle, with Andrew constantly seeking custody of his only child. In September, Burkett had created a GoFundMe page to help with legal expenses. If you know me, you know what my life has been like for the past year. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a great mother and try my hardest to be the best I can be for my daughter. Since she was born, her father has taken me to court multiple times trying to separate her from me. Burkett wrote, in early August, he kept her from me on his own. He wouldn't open the door per court order, and I went over a week without seeing my 1-year-old daughter when I am her primary parent. The situation took a turn when Andrew began a relationship with Holly Elkins, a central figure in the murder plot. Holly made no secret of her hatred for Alyssa, frequently using derogatory terms like baby mama to criticize her. Later investigated messages showed that Holly had an extremely powerful influence over Andrew. Police also searched his car, where they found a pair of men's hiking boots cut into pieces and soaked in bleach, and searched his residence, where they found a battery matching a GPS tracker attached to Burkett's car. They also found a draft that Beard had used to make a fake drug report against Burkett a month earlier. In September 2020, a man identifying himself as Frank Merrow called police, accusing Alyssa of selling drugs from her car trunk. When police searched, they indeed found drugs, guns, and money, exactly as reported. However, after investigation, police concluded this was a staged setup to frame Alyssa. Alyssa felt terrified. She had texted her sister Madison that she believed Andrew would hire someone to kill her. Unfortunately, her fears became horrifically real. On the fateful morning, Andrew Beard carried out a meticulously prepared murder plan. He bought a black SUV, used makeup to disguise himself as a black man, and even had a Halloween fake beard to conceal his identity. One day after the murder, police found the black SUV that Beard drove to and from the murder scene abandoned in a residential area near Beard's home. Dried blood recovered from the vehicle contained DNA matching Burkett's. A fake beard recovered from the vehicle contained DNA matching Beard's. But Beard didn't act alone. The murder was the culmination of months of stalking, harassment, and bullying by Beard and his then-fiancée Holly Elkins. Later evidence showed Holly Elkins played a key role in planning and encouraging Andrew. Messages between the two revealed a toxic relationship, with Holly constantly pushing Andrew to handle Alyssa with harsh words and manipulation. While the Burkett family immediately told police they suspected Beard, investigators realized that was only half the story. The investigation revealed an extensive and complex scheme by Elkins and Beard, including making false police reports against Burkett, Elkins self-inflicting scratches to falsely accuse Collar of assault, planting drugs and guns in Burkett's car and reporting it to police, and installing GPS tracking devices in Burkett's car. Prosecutors told the press that Elkins' motive was that she dreamed of a life with Beard as well as a mother-child relationship with Willow. When that didn't work out, her hatred for Burkett grew, and Elkins incited Beard to take Burkett's life, calling the victim a whore and stupid bitch and trash mother. The perpetrator's relationship began in early April 2020. By the end of that month, Elkins had spent her first weekend with Beard and his daughter. By May, the couple had gone shopping for engagement rings. However, by June, Elkins grew increasingly frustrated that Beard was still maintaining a relationship with Burkett, writing that, "Your BM, baby mama, owns you. You continue to put BM first. You choose to be silent because there are no better words to submit to her, and I don't want or need any bullshit from anyone." Elkins began her harassment campaign against Burkett in the summer of 2020, shortly after Elkins moved into Beard's home. In June, Elkins and Beard conspired to attach a GPS tracking device to Burkett's car. A month later, Elkins called 911 under the fake name Amber, falsely reporting that Burkett's car was driving erratically on the interstate. In August 2020, Elkins falsely reported to police that Burkett's mother had assaulted her, self-inflicting scratches on her chest to support the lie. 5 days later, Elkins and Beard paid a private investigator to dig up information about Burkett and her new boyfriend. The investigator, who testified at trial, found no incriminating evidence. In September, Elkins helped Beard plant drugs and guns in Burkett's car. Afterward, Beard called police under an alias saying Burkett was selling drugs to black men from her car. Then, on September 10th, just 3 weeks before the murder, Elkins accompanied Beard to a sporting goods store, where he purchased a black rain suit with cash. On September 14th, 2.5 weeks before the murder, Elkins bought dark makeup from a pharmacy. On September 19th, she accompanied Beard to a big box store, where they purchased .410 handgun shells and a Camillus knife. A week before the murder, Elkins texted Beard saying, "I hope you'll handle it." She demanded he live or die for her, and said if he didn't, she wasn't sure their relationship could continue. Immediately after that text exchange, Google records reflect that Andrew Beard began searching for ways to remove gunpowder from his hands. Throughout the murder, Elkins was at Beard's Rockwall home with Burkett's daughter. To create an alibi, she later claimed that Beard had been home with her throughout the crime. In 2022, Beard pleaded guilty to cyberstalking resulting in death and using a firearm in a crime of violence. He was sentenced to 43 years in prison. Elkins was convicted of conspiracy to stalk, stalking with a dangerous weapon resulting in death, and using a firearm in relation to a crime of violence. She received 2 life sentences. The judge and investigators considered Holly the mastermind behind the murder. This case is a sobering reminder of the brutal violence some women endure at the hands of their partners. The victim in this case fought bravely until the end. We hope today's sentence brings peace to her family. U.S. Attorney Leah Simonton said, "Left behind in the wake of the crime is young Willow, now being raised by her grandmother Teresa." In a heartbreaking scene, Willow asked if she could call her mother in heaven, showing the immense loss the family has endured. Alyssa Burkett's story goes beyond a simple case. It's a warning about the dangers of manipulation, jealousy, and violence in relationships. It's a testament to the power of a mother's love for her child, even when her life was cruelly cut short. Among the great losses, the biggest comfort currently for her parents is daughter Willow, who will be raised with love and stories about a brave mother who fought with all her might for her child.